What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fade, episode 17. Man, big news to start it off with. The Golden Boy of Philly just became the highest paid player in NFL history. 5 years, 255 mil, 179 fully guaranteed. The guy's 24 years old, a runner up for MVP. Could have honestly won the MVP if he played the last two games. This was a must need. The contract splits out to where he's making 6.1 2023, 13.56 and 24, 21.77 and 25, and 31.77 and 26. The contract was basically all just incentives. Like, that's why the salary is going to work out for the rest of the team when it comes down to it, and we need to re-sign players because now we're not paying them all that. It was all bonus money. He got 110 mil at signing, but he definitely deserved this. What do you
Yeah,
think, Steve?
absolutely. I love it, dude. And everything you said, I completely agree with, and I think you have to take into account too, next season and the season after as well, too, man. These quarterbacks are gonna want around $60 million a year. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, they're gonna want a ton of money. They're gonna want 55 million plus after seeing Jalen Hurts get to 51. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Hurts. But in my opinion, I think Joe Burrow is going to get more money than Jalen Hurts did. I think he deserves it more as well. I do. I like Joe Burrow a lot.
I think Joe Burrow's been more consistent in a way.
Yeah,
Right. Had really one solid season, but
right.
I mean, dude, you have to get him locked now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you have to. Yeah, you have to.
It
That's
would
a
have been the
really
same thing then with like Lamar. Say we don't pay Jalen, like Baltimore didn't with Lamar, and now Lamar's going to keep commanding more money, and now he's imagine after he just seen Hurts's contract.
he's going to want that
like,
match probably. He's going to want probably 51 million a year now, Lamar Jackson. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because he's going to say, dude, he's a former MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hurts hasn't won one yet, so you know what I mean. The numbers show that Lamar deserves it. You know what I mean, but there's a lot to talk about with the Ravens right now. Honestly, we'll get into that later. But Jalen Hurts, man, and the Eagles, it works out for both sides, man. If Jalen Hurts plays up to par, he's going to get a ton of money. You know what I mean? Howie Roseman, on the other hand, can you not say that this dude is the best general manager in the league at this point?
Honestly, knows how to work this contract. Just knows it perfectly.
Yes,
and that's what you want. And even with we're gonna get down into talking about these trades that Philly's all circling around right now because we have the 30th pick, and it's like, yo, we can go and make these trades. And dude, a guy like Howie Roseman, even though we signed with Lane Johnson to where his contract looks insane. It's just, dude, it's all about flexing it out. Like, you know what I mean? Give them the guaranteed money or on signing bonuses, and then that salary could now there is a high chance that when Smitty's contract comes up,
we'll pay him.
He could be paid. Yes,
yes. I hope so, dude. I love him.
Yeah,
seriously, I hope.
I'm thankful for Jalen, man, with this because, dude, he could have been like, you know what, I want all of this, even though I'm the highest paid. I want all this as like base salary.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, you know what? I love Philly. I want to be here. Give me the max contract, and I'll take it. But make sure that we're able to pay my boys when the time's said and done.
When the time comes. I mean? AJ's already paid. They don't have to worry about that. He's locked up for the next 4 years, making great money as well. And this here and I wanted to talk about this. I was telling Eddie this earlier before we filmed. The Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, dude, are starting to become that Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams duo where they want to play together at all times. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want to leave each other. These two are going to be with each other in Philly for a very long time. And honestly, I'm okay with it. You know, I love AJ Brown. I always have since he was in college. He's my favorite player in the league. He's been since he was a Titan. I couldn't be more thankful, like you said. You said you're thankful for Jalen, so am I. I'm thankful for the whole organization right now. I really am.
Dude, and it's like we didn't really lose nothing in the offseason besides, Gardner Johnson. But, I mean, we got Terrell Edmonds, and there's talks about Budda Baker possibly showing up as an Eagle. I was reading, dude, and people are, like, iffy. And they're like, yo, trade that 30th pick. I think you do it.
I mean absolutely. Dude, it's Budda Baker.
Yes,
He's
dude.
27. He's
I think
27.
there's 1 or 2 more years on his deal, but dude, you gotta get this guy. You
He's
gotta go.
entering the third year of his 4-year contract, and his
Yeah,
contract's like less than 60 mil. I think it's 59.
yeah. He needs to be in Philly, dude. And they're saying about Bush or Devin White too. I don't know. I don't know if that comes about. I think Devin White's a great player. Don't get me wrong,
So,
but he's even posting and liking stuff about how he wants to play in Philly,
we
dude.
ain't
But
getting
I
both of
think
them, though.
Nakobe Dean, yeah, Nakobe Dean needs to get his opportunity. There's still cheap. There's still cheap guys that you can go with in free agency. Devin White's going to command on his contract. There's a lot of money, and then eventually he's going to want a lot more money, anyways. He's still
Hmm.
only like 26, 27. I don't think Philly goes and airs out to get Devin White. I say you let Nakobe Dean rock with it. Terrell Edmonds is a different story. Let him rock, but at the same time, dude, get Buda Baker up there with him. We lost both Epps and CJ, but I mean they like
Bro,
this Blankenship kid.
I like Blankenship, but here's the thing: I'm not completely sold on him. You know what
I'm
I
not
mean? I
sold
don't.
on him for 17 games.
No, no.
You
Bring
know,
Buda Baker in, dude. Let Baker let him sit behind Buda Baker, dude. You know what I mean? Let
yeah,
him teach him some things. And Terrell Edmonds, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And Terrell Edmonds,
Let,
he's a
let
high
them
level
get.
safety too.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. Terrell Edmonds was one of the highest rated, like graded safeties this past season,
He's
and the
good, and
other
he's only
one's higher.
25, dude. That's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
It's young guys like that, dude, that you want in. I mean, with the draft coming up, there's going to be a lot more stuff that happens. We don't have as many picks in it, but I
Yeah,
mean,
well, it's all right.
that 30th pick, dude, can be used for honestly that Buda Baker. And Arizona is in the rebuild mode. Trade that. Bring him in. Like, dude, you need a high. You've seen how good we were when we had a high level safety last year. We
And Buda
can't keep
Baker is
doing.
on a different level than CJ too. Like Buda
Yeah,
Baker is
there's a reason
undeniably
that
top
he got the.
in the two best safeties in the league
Yeah,
are Derwin James and Buda Baker. Undeniably.
there is a reason that Buda Baker got paid his money when he did.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And why CJ got only 1 year, 8 mil because no one
Hmm.
wanted to go in on long term with him. The only
And
reason that everyone wants out of Arizona is because they're going in rebuild mode, and it sucks because, dude, I'm not whatever, but I'm not a fan of Kyler Murray. But I mean, dude, that's another team that could win, but
yeah,
their
100%.
organization's falling apart, dude, little by little. You knew what you were getting when you signed D Hop. Now you just want to trade him.
Which is
You know what
crazy
I
to
mean?
me. Which
And
is crazy to me.
I'm excited to see all this stuff too because I know during the draft and after the draft is when trades will happen in the preseason and stuff. It's been slow after free agency. There's not really nothing going on besides
Always
draft.
is though.
Yeah, oh yeah. I
Until right
mean,
before the draft and the draft.
let's get off of Philly, dude. I'm not really sold on this OBJ 18 mil with 15 of it guaranteed.
Joke.
I think that's to get Lamar to like start getting back to the drawing
Hmm.
board because he won't even talk to anyone in Baltimore.
Yeah. This is gonna be it's gonna be funny, dude, because right now Odell's all about it, like saying, "Yeah, I want to play with Lamar. I want to play with Lamar." He's saying that now, dude, but when he has 25 total receptions on the entire
Yeah,
season, he's gonna be pissed. You know what I
I I
mean?
I mean I believe if Odell is there and Lamar plays, now you can't like. There's no excuses to where I don't have a receiver. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, because you do.
even
You have
though
that number
even
one.
though OBJ did not play the whole last season, the thing is that might have been good for him because dude, he sat a whole
Yeah.
year without playing, and
Mhm.
when he did play with the Rams, dude, he looked phenomenal. I really do believe that this could spark Odell. I don't understand though why Baltimore. I heard the Jets made a really competitive offer, and he ended up taking that Baltimore one.
I heard
And
it was because Lamar was saying that he wanted them to bring Odell in.
yeah, he said bring Odell and D Hop, so they did
Hmm.
everything that they could. But he even said he's like, I'm not showing up for off-season workouts. Dude, they just got you your receiver. And the thing is Lamar's making 32.4 mil with this franchise tag.
which is still a lot. You know what I mean?
That's all fully guaranteed. Go and prove yourself this season.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And you'll get that big contract.
You
But
want that $51 million contract that Jalen Hurts got today? Go out and prove it. You know what I mean?
because
Go out and
he's
prove it.
walked away from his team when he got hurt and didn't come when they needed him for the playoffs. And, it's embarrassing, dude. You're making 32.4. Yeah, you do deserve, I'll admit this, he does deserve like 40 something. He does.
No,
But
yeah.
it's the point though, dude, you can't keep having a first round playoff exit and you can't keep getting hurt.
No.
I mean, dude, don't get me wrong, they definitely should have a better Rashad Bateman's good, but he's no stud. Like he's not that veteran, and
it's not that number one guy. Like if you have Odell Beckham Jr., that's your number one without question. You know what I mean? If you have guys like how Philly has AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, I mean Devontae Smith would probably be the number one in Baltimore to be honest, over OBJ. But they don't have weapons like that. You know what I mean? OBJ is going to come in, and this is a number one receiver. This is a vet. You know what I mean? This is a guy that can get it done. Like you said, he proved it in LA with Matt Stafford when they won the Super Bowl.
Dude, and he would have been arguably he would have won the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, they were saying that he would have won that.
Dude, I seen his documentary, not like a documentary, but he did an interview and he was like, dude, I was going for 3 tutties that game. He's like, the game plan was they're going to cup up the whole game and I'm going to have a one-on-one matchup with either Eli Apple or a Duzier. And he's like, I'm
just exposing all game.
Dude, and that's what he was doing, bro.
Yeah, he was, dude. He was.
And I mean,
he had a sucks, dude. I can't stand him.
I know, dude. He's a bum.
I can't stand him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't stand him, dude. I mean, I don't know if he's still in Cincy. I don't know if they got
He
rid
is,
of him.
I'm pretty sure. Unless they got rid of him during this offseason.
Yeah, if they didn't re-sign him. I think he is still there. So, I mean, Odell's going to see him twice a year.
Yeah.
That's just that division is just stacked, though. Besides, like, Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh's going to shit the bed, in all honesty. I know that everyone keeps saying that they're like, oh, they're just squeezing by 500. But, I mean, dude, this season, I think Cincy's going to take it to the moon. Again, Joe Burrow.
They're just so well-rounded, you know what I mean? They might not end up holding, like, on the mixing, you know what I mean? But they're still so well-rounded, you know what I mean? They could bring in a guy that'll fit in that system.
Dude.
Huh?
Cleveland just needed Deshaun Watson to step his game up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's what happens when you sit out as a quarterback. You sit out a whole season, and then you don't come back up until week 11. So you missed almost 30-some games.
Yeah.
And, I mean, dude, Deshaun Watson, there's a reason he got that contract, too.
He's good, too, dude. I liked him a lot in Houston.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot at Clemson, dude. We used to talk about it all the time, how we both liked Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, up until these allegations.
Yeah, I mean.
Dude, you got to think, bro, you don't think that's hurting him? Sitting there.
Oh, my God, yeah. In his head, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or, like, seeing his boys get interviewed and stuff like that, and, like, they're saying, about the massage and stuff. Like, dude, shut the – you know what I mean? Like, dude, Deshaun Watson, you got arguably the best running back in the league with Nick Chubb. Easily top 2, if not top 1. You have Amari Cooper. They brought in a few guys, I think Marquise Goodwin, they brought in some guys to this offseason in free agency. I mean, I can see them. They have arguably another one, a top DN in the league with Myles Garrett.
Oh my God, dude! Yeah,
Denzel Ward, easily top 5
top
CB.
quarter. Yeah,
dude. Like Newsome, he's gonna start coming up. These guys are, and they have this Otaki guy, middle linebacker. He's good, dude. It's just a tough division, and honestly, dude, they didn't get enough practice with Deshaun. I think they'll finish second in that division and squeeze in as like a 6 or 7 seed in the playoffs. I think Cincy takes that. They have that division for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't think the Steelers are going to win anything with Kenny Pickett, dude. Like, I like Kenny Pickett. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's the guy that's gonna he'll squeeze it by with wins. He'll win by 3-4 points. He's not gonna go and blow a team out though. He's not gonna throw for 4 tutties in a game.
No, I agree. And
they're wasting Najee there too.
What'd you say?
They're wasting Najee Harris there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. He's not going to play in Pitt once his contract's coming up. He's going to go to another team that's a contender. Yeah. Absolutely. He's not going to be playing in Pitt, and I feel like the thing with Pitt too is, man. And I know there's a lot of Steelers fans around here.
Yeah,
Braden Harvey. Mm-hmm. I know you're part of the Buzz Talk team, and you might not want to hear this, but there's a lot of holes that Pittsburgh needs to fill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just definitely a couple things that they need. There's a lot of holes that Pitt needs to fill in order to become that contender that they were a few years back when they had Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown,
and Big Ben wasn't the best.
No, he's really not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong. Not taking nothing away. But you're telling me that there's not a better quarterback that you could have brought in 4 years ago? You know what I mean? No, honestly.
No, Big Ben, dude, he was slow as dirt. He couldn't move. He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks because his fat ass couldn't get out of the pocket, and he's just taking sacks. The guy's arm, dude, he couldn't throw it more than 30 yards anyways.
Dude, if they would have brought in a quarterback a long time, say back when, like Lamar, honestly, back when Lamar got drafted, if they would have brought somebody in that draft class that got drafted that year into over the Pitt.
It was just like Big Ben was the heart and soul. He wasn't gonna take 40 mil. He was making like his 25, and
that's even a lot
easy with it. But dude, he like all the talk, dude. He went and apparently ruined Pittsburgh, ruined AB. With missing Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, if nothing ever happened to him, no one can disagree with me. He is arguably a top 3 talent as wide receivers. But like his stats are still amazing.
Stats don't lie, yeah.
But if he went and played, dude, the rest of his career and didn't be an arrogant like son of a bitch, dude, cocky and did all this, dude, he would have arguably went down as a top 3 receiver of all time, even with Ben Roethlisberger as his quarterback.
I agree, dude. I used to say that
right now. If he was still there, dude, he just won a Super Bowl.
Not even top 3, dude. He arguably could have been the best of all time, man. And it's a shame too because a lot of people do say that perfect hit changed him, and it's
like
CT is a real thing. If CTE is a real thing and Antonio Brown is walking proof. Honestly, it's a shame, man, to see that happen though, too, because we all like.
He's
What'd you say?
Yeah, I loved picking AB up in fantasy. In fantasy, dude, AB was a good guy to pick up.
But
he was a number 1, dude. He was better than Cup.
There's a new Brown in this league. His first cousin AJ.
Oh, okay.
There's a new Brown, and he's taking over.
Hey, call him AB Jr.
Yeah, and dude, it's crazy because AJ Brown, if you go back and look, he wanted Pittsburgh to draft him because that's where Antonio broke all of his records and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when AJ Brown was getting drafted in 2019, he wanted to play in Pittsburgh because he wanted to follow in his cousin's footsteps, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you, because I didn't even know that they were cousins.
I thought Marquise Brown was his cousin.
I don't know if they are. But I know AJ and Antonio are. Which is awesome.
Yeah, dude, I would say, dude, AB, man, he was talking about like what corners were the best that he ever faced, and he's like, honestly, he's like, can't tell you. You know what I mean? He's like, I haven't seen one.
Because he was just so good, dude, in his prime. Yeah. Seriously, though. He really was just so good. The only other receiver, honestly, in their prime, I think that was a better talent, like how you said, just talent-wise, is Calvin Johnson. Honestly.
Megatron was just a different breed, dude.
Just a different breed. Yeah. I don't think there's another talent that'll ever come out that will compare to Calvin Johnson in his prime. People say that if you could build a receiver,
Randy Moss, dude.
yeah, Randy Moss. There's a lot of good receivers. You know what I mean? There really is. But I just think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, talent wise, Calvin Johnson, man, if you were gonna build a wide receiver like in a lab, you know what I mean, and you had all the pieces to build it, Calvin Johnson would be the outcome for me.
Dude was 200 some pounds, 230 pounds, 20 pounds, 6'4", and he was maybe 6'5", dude, and he's running a 4.4
Monster.
or 4.3. Like that's insane.
That is ridiculous.
That's insane. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely getting triple. He was the first guy to ever get they lined
triple
up
consistently.
Yes, dude.
Consistently.
Yes. It's insane. I mean, dude, I'm happy with Philly, man, that they have a guy like AJ.
Me too. And Devontae even Devontae, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like Devontae would go and be a number one on most teams.
Pretty much any other team besides like 5.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. Like how you were saying about Baltimore. Say they brought in another guy. Why it works so good with AJ and Devontae is because, dude, you don't know who to throw the number one corner on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And one of them is able to pick apart man, and one is able to be a great zone receiver, like know where to go in the zones and stuff like that.
And even having Dallas Goedert. That's another thing too about having Goddard because of what you have to worry about Devontae and AJ on the outsides too, and sometimes even Quez because of his speed. You know what I mean? But then if you're worried about AJ and Devontae on the outsides, then you have Dallas Goedert, who, like you said about AJ and Devontae too, pick apart the man. Dallas Goedert does the same thing. You know what I mean? He's so tall and so fast.
Locked up.
Yeah, which is great. I love having him, man. Yeah. I love having him.
I think though, dude, Philly does need someone, dude, not just Quez, even if you get a step down from Quez, but just to bring them into the 4. You know what I mean? To have them, dude, because, dude, injuries happen all the time. Who do you want to throw in? John Hightower or some of these guys?
Right.
Brian Covey. You know what I mean? We need guys, bro, that can actually come in and produce. I mean, I don't think that I think we're still going to be looking around. Don't get me wrong. I think we're still going to go and figure out and get another receiver. It'll be good. But off that, dude, 6 teams called Arizona for the 3rd pick. I think it's Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to try trading down, dude, to get a guy, the quarterback there. I think Richardson or Will Levis. Will Levis is going all over the place. Everyone's
people are saying he's on steroids, though, man. People are not saying that he's on steroids, but accusing him of being on steroids.
Yo, he's huge now, dude. His transformation in the last couple months
is crazy. Yeah.
But, dude, a lot of teams are so high on him now to where it's he's in that lock to where he might even go to Houston.
No, he reminds me of, man. He reminds me of Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He kind of does, dude, to be honest with you. Honestly, in the NFL, I think he's going to pan out to be like a Josh Allen, especially if he keeps getting big. You know what I mean? Because Josh Allen's huge, too, and that's a big part of Josh Allen's game is because he's so big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Josh Newton's like a white Cam Newton. You know what I mean? Cam
Josh
Newton was able to run. Josh Newton.
Josh Newton.
Yeah, your boy. Yeah, no, with Josh Allen, bro, Will Levis is a good fit. You know what I mean? As him. I mean, I'd say, dude, Indianapolis should draft, honestly, Anthony Richardson at where are they? I think they're at 4.
Yeah, I think
something like that. But, I mean, I have no idea. We're going to see. I think there's going to be a lot of moves in the draft. People are going to be gunning for that Jalen Carter even, too. I mean, Philly's at 10. I can see Philly moving down because I'm hearing that John Robinson's going to slip.
I think Philly's going to end up taking Nolan Smith, to be honest with you. And Nolan Smith's great. You know what I mean? Imagine having Nolan Smith and Josh Sweat. That would be insane.
I was reading that they're taking that Van Hess guy from Iowa.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that would be good too. But honestly, I would rather have Nolan Smith. I really would. He's so quick,
I mean, it's
dude.
Graham's one of his final years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you get a guy in rotation there, unless you can keep Graham and have someone working in. I think Barnett's done in Philly.
Yeah, me
He
too.
sucked.
Me too.
I mean, he's been injury prone, and he didn't even play all last season. So I mean, he's on his way out. They'll probably end up trading him or just cutting him after the preseason.
I think honestly, dude, during this draft, we might see Quez Watkins get traded too.
You think?
I do because at the end of the season, man, they were talking about how the end of his contract's coming up and
Yeah.
why pay him? You know what I mean? No, like I mean, I like Quez Watkins, dude, but he can't catch.
And
You know what I mean?
dude,
He's so fast and everything like that, but his hands, man, are just not good.
And he's not the guy, dude, that you're gonna want to get the design plays for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we have Devontae and AJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would we pay Quez Watkins? No, you need to save up for when
the
next receiver we better pay is Devontae Smith.
That's why I liked Zach Pascal with us, because he only got 15 receptions last year. But he wasn't a guy that needed anything more than to just come in and block on runs.
Right, and he's one of the best he's one of the best blockers, blocking wide receivers in the entire league. And you know what? We had JJ for that same scenario, dude.
Yeah.
His only thing was blocking, and he was also one of the best blocking receivers in the league.
Yeah, look at it, and now look at him.
Yeah, exactly. And now we have Pascal, and Pascal can actually catch a football. You know what I mean?
Pascal's gone now. He just signed.
Oh, is he?
He signed to Arizona on 2 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That's why I'm saying we need like a fourth guy, because we just lost Pascal. I don't think we brought in anyone else, dude.
I mean, dude, if Jackson Smith and Jigba slips,
10?
dude, if he slips, man, he might slip, dude, down in the later first round.
Yeah, I can see that.
Philly can grab him, dude. They can.
I
would love to have
as much as I wanted like Joey Porter Jr.
Same, but I think. What'd you say, my bad?
It's looking like we don't need a corner.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think that's out of the question. Bradbury's locked up for 3 years, and so is Slay.
See, and then that's why I'm like hesitant. Do we go and pick up Bijan, because we just got Penny, and I think they want to see what he got. They brought back Boston Scott too, and Gainwell. So like, if you bring in Bijan, dude, then Boston Scott is gone. And they were saying, dude, how much they like Trey Sermon and want to start using him.
I don't really think – I would love to have Bijan. Don't get me wrong. I think that if we had Bijan, that this offense will just be unstoppable. That would literally be the missing piece. But I do also think, too, that if we use Kenny Gainwell the same way that we use Miles Sanders, that he'll break out to be a 1,000-yard rusher as well.
He's just a little smaller, dude, in size.
He is just a little smaller, but even, dude, we were both saying man, even when he got drafted, me and you were both saying, man, like, dude, this Gainwell kid is pretty good. Like, if they use him the right way, he's going to be good in a couple years. And he's starting to get to that. Like, at the end of this season, he's starting to get to that where you want to see him. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be the starting running back over Penny, to be honest with you.
Definitely. I think if anything, they're thinking of Penny as the power back, and honestly, just working in Boston Scott for like 2 carries a game.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty,
Penny will be the third down and the goal line back, and then Gainwell will be the main back. Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping. But going off of that, we saw Washington sold their team for $6.5 bill or 6.05, dude. Dan Schneider, that pervert.
You know what though?
It's not the guy who owns Nickelodeon, dude. I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
you know what though? Dude, that's not good for the Eagles that Josh Harris bought the Commanders. Dude, he's extremely wealthy.
Is it the Sixers?
He's the majority owner of the Sixers, and he's extremely, extremely wealthy. That's not good for the Eagles, man, because he's gonna within a couple years he's gonna have that Commanders team looking very good.
Yeah,
very good. He's gonna probably end up hiring a new managing branch and shit like that. He's gonna shape that team out. He is.
Yeah, and dude, they have all the pieces there too. Chase Young comes back, dude. Scary Terry, Jahan Dotson. They're another team that's a quarterback away.
They are absolutely.
Just sucked last season.
Absolutely. If they can find a way, dude, to move up and draft somebody like Will Levis or something like that, they're good. They're good. Yeah. They have Terry McLaurin, dude. You know what I mean? Not only that, they have Curtis Samuel.
There's people, dude, that are saying, man, this team can still go and trade for Lamar. that the Commanders
That would
are
be
the team
insane.
that their offensive coordinator that they hired from Kansas City, Eric Bieniemy or whatever, he said he's like, we need a quarterback here, like because he did so good with Mahomes. You know what I mean? You get a guy like Lamar, dude. This guy can go and make it happen.
Mm-hmm. No,
But
I
I mean,
agree.
I don't think Lamar's going to get traded now because of this Odell.
Me
I
neither.
think Odell would be like, yo, like what the hell? Then you better bring in a QB right away. But
Exactly.
I'm reading Baltimore's really high on Anthony Richardson, dude, and that they're not going to hesitate to trade up and like tell a team in the top like 5, 6, hey, if you want Lamar for that, we'll go and get it, and we'll go and get our guy of the future now too.
And I was reading earlier when I got off work before we started filming that Bryce Young was canceling all the rest of his pre-draft visits. So that's showing signs that he might go first overall.
I don't think he's going to go first overall. I think that he got told, though, by Houston
that they're going to take him.
At 2, yeah. Either way, dude, he knows he's going to be a top 3 pick.
I still think, yeah, without question.
And, I mean, dude, there's still that chance he goes to Carolina.
There still is, you know what I mean? But I still think it's going to be Stroud. I do.
Yeah, I think all the rumors point to it being Stroud, dude.
Me too.
I mean, dude, they love him. They loved him being there. They told him to come, start looking at houses. I mean, dude, I can just imagine, though, that why he canceled his visit outside his other visits is because there's teams even in the back half saying, listen, there's a chance we trade down. Like, you're going to go top 3 anyways.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to go in the top 2. So, I mean, we'll see with that. I think he does go 2 overall to Houston, and if not, he's going to be an Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah.
If anything. But even dude, we got Okudah. We'll wrap it up with like these stupid little trades. Okudah
There's
to
not too much
Atlanta
going on. Yeah.
But Okudah to Atlanta, and they only gave up a 5th. I think good trade with the Lions because he played really well last year. To where they're like, all right, we don't want to pay him. We got Tracy Walker, all these guys, new and upcoming guys. They just signed Cam Sutton from Pittsburgh, so they don't want to pay Okudah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Atlanta now has the money. They got Casey Hayward on like his last leg. He's like 32.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Terrell, absolute beast. They just brought Jesse Bates in, so those 6 guys
secondary's looking good.
Yeah.
That secondary's looking good. I like Jeff Okudah too, and I think I agree with you. I think that it definitely is a money issue because if you look back to 2020, dude, Jeff Okudah was drafted 3rd overall. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's been playing very good while he's been in the NFL. You know what I mean? And if he plays well this year, Atlanta is going to pay him that big bag that he wants. But I'm kind of curious to see who's the number 1 corner going into this year. You know what I mean? Is it going to be Okudah or is it going to be AJ Terrell?
Yeah, I think honestly they'll throw Okudah on the outside, probably put Casey Hayward in the slot or something because he's getting old. He's older and he's slowing down a little bit. I mean, who knows? They might even draft a corner.
Yeah, they might.
But I mean, dude, that's a team gunning right now to win. You know, they're making
They're filling all their holes right now.
But like I told you, dude, on offense, all they need is honestly receivers. I don't think Drake London, Matt Collins, and I forget Scotty Miller are going to be able to help Heineke or whatever his name is, Desmond Ridder. These are 2 guys that aren't that high of level quarterbacks. You need to get them actual receivers. You know what I mean? Like, who's Scotty Miller? What's he going to do?
Yeah, honestly, Scotty Miller, the only thing that really has been said about him, he sucks. And when he played for the Bucs, people just talked about his speed, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Scotty Miller might have one highlight that's notable in his entire life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he caught that touchdown.
Yeah, dude.
That might be the only Scotty Miller highlight.
And he's so happy because it's Tom Brady throwing him the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
exactly.
I mean?
That's the only thing that made that happen was that Tom Brady threw him that ball. That's
now he's walking into Atlanta with his that's hot shit going on here.
Crying that he wants to be number 1.
Yeah, dude, that's not happening, Scott.
No. Same thing
But
with Ritter, dude. They're talking about Ritter. It's going to start over
dude.
Taylor Heineke. No.
Well,
Taylor
dude,
Heineke gave the Eagles their first loss.
that's BS if that happens, dude, because why sign? I know Heineke didn't flat out go in there and say, I'm signing up to be the backup. You know what I mean?
Mm,
There's no way in hell, dude. Desmond
no.
Ritter didn't play that good last year.
No, he's not. He's not high level either, dude. Even when they were drafting him, there was specs about
Yeah,
him.
they're like, let's just get him.
Yeah, should we? They're shaking in their boots.
Yeah, dude.
Man, should we
Mariota
draft
gave
him?
up on the team, dude. Last
Exactly.
season. Then
Exactly.
we got Devin White requesting a trade out of Tampa. I mean, dude, that's another guy who's a top 5 linebacker in this league. But
Without
him and
question.
Levante David, dude, are beasts together. I just think he wants to be on a team that's actually like contending. Like I think he's gonna see the downfall of Tampa. You know what I
Devin
mean?
White has heart too, and you know what I mean. And I think he wants to be on a team. And Buda Baker too. How we were talking about Buda Baker, he has heart too. You see him crying in locker rooms. You know what I mean? That's why I think he'd be great in Philly.
Yeah, when Arizona lost, I think it was the Carolina or something.
Yeah.
He's like, this shit's embarrassing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I sit here and I work my ass off. Yeah, and he's like, come on.
He would be perfect in Philly's locker room, dude.
Yeah, dude. A guy that gives emotions, man, and a guy that cares to win. Like Arizona, those guys didn't care to win.
Devin White's the same way. But a linebacker, obviously. But he has that heart, and I think he absolutely deserves to be paid well too. Because what is he? 27.
I think he's like 20, 26, 27.
Yeah, I know he's still in his 20s for sure.
Yeah, I mean his contract's coming up, dude. Too.
That's what I mean. I think he wants that bag.
Wants to get paid, dude. And he's not gonna in Tampa. That's the thing. He's not gonna. They're literally. I think that's another reason too. He wants out is because he knows he's not gonna get paid there. You might as well get him into a system that he's gonna be knowing. Same thing with Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen wanted that money, and now or not Patrick Queen. Who did they bring in from Chicago? Was it or not? Roquan Smith to Baltimore.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about Philly. I thought you were talking about them bringing him out.
How Patrick Queen was there, but then they wanted to, dude. They paid Roquan Smith. He's the highest paid linebacker in NFL history.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what Devin White's looking at. He's like, dude, I ain't gonna get paid here. He already knows that, man. You might as well just trade me while you can get some value.
You know what I think would be an ideal spot for Devin White, honestly, if he went to Denver, because they got rid of Bradley Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
So Devin White could
an edge rusher, dude.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, yeah, more that middle linebacker. I would say
linebackers convert though. You know what I mean? They do.
I mean, dude, like everyone's saying, and I mean, obviously, people have heard this many a times. Philly. You know, it's just because Howie Roseman, dude, you don't know with him. You know what I mean? No. Like, dude, he goes and guns for it.
I really want Buda Baker though. When it comes down to Devin White and Buda Baker, it's Buda Baker.
Dude, you know what I was watching a video of at the last UFC fight? Aaron Donald was there.
I saw him in the crowd.
And dude, Mike McDaniel's the head coach from Miami.
They were all there, dude. Barrow was there. All of them there.
There's a video showing McDaniel telling Aaron Donald to ask for the trade to Miami, and they'll come get him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Like Miami needs more people. You know what I mean? Like they're stacked enough the way it is. And I mean, dude, but Aaron Donald and all these guys in with the Rams right now know that they suck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they know that team's gonna have to go on a rebuild. They might go and just gun it again, because with Cooper Kupp and I mean, dude, Seattle ain't the best of teams, but I could see them starting to win that division. Arizona's going in rebuild mode. San Fran's a top team there. They're going to be good for a while.
They're going to be good for a long time, yeah.
Yeah. They're a team that, dude, just needs that, like, quarterback. And with Brock Purdy, they have it. And Trey Lance does know. They told Trey Lance that. They're like, hey, Brock Purdy has won the right to be our starter. And Trey Lance was like,
Which is reasonable. Yeah, you can't. There's nothing that Trey Lance has done to prove that Brock Purdy hasn't. You know what I mean?
Dude, the level that Purdy played on this last season was
Extremely
immaculate.
high.
Yeah, for being
Extremely
Mr.
high.
Irrelevant, dude. The
Yeah.
guy was taken last. You wouldn't have expected him to lead you to an undefeated run. He didn't even lose up until the NFC Championship game,
It's
and
historic.
it shouldn't even be counted as a loss really because he didn't play the full game.
I agree.
But with them, I think Trey Lance is going to end up getting traded eventually. I don't think he stays there.
I think we end up seeing him getting traded very soon. Yeah. Honestly, maybe even during this draft.
Yeah.
Because that's draft capital right there.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll wrap it up with that. Good little 40-minute episode. Yeah. Sixers are on. Got to get to that.
Yeah, we got to catch that game.
Thank you guys for all tuning in.
See you guys next week.